Om Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणोयाम देवाः Bhadram Pasyema Akshapiryajatraः Sthirairangai Tushtuvagum Sastanuvih Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ने नय सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां तेन म उक्तिं विधेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायताम् महाराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषव्यो दिव्याधी महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्री धेनुः ऊढा नड्वानासुः सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णुरथेष्ठा सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायतां निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतो फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु अङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. So with a gap of time, we are again back to continue our study and Parayanam of Prashnopanishad, one of the important Upanishads. Actually, the number of Upanishads is very large. Each Veda has got Upanishad, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharveda. And therefore, we have a lot of Upanishadic knowledge, secret knowledge being revealed by so many rishis to us that would help us to have a streamed life, planned life, and also the achievements that we have got to make when we have a body, when we have health, when we have favorable circumstances, and when we have gurus and guides. That is a great opportunity. All people cannot get it, but those people who have this kind of privilege, we should consider they are the blessed people. So purva vasana gatamati, that vasana bala, the punya phala, and all these things add. See, Bhattabhana, a great Sanskrit prose writer and a dramatist and all that, a poet. So he says, Anyasmin janmani yat punyam krutam tat punya sambhavaha asmin janme karyani. And this one thing. If at all we are able to do certain very auspicious activities, it's all because of the past that we have been carrying over, added with the Daivanugraha. So that Ishvara is always there. And how is that Ishvara discovered? Or we can get the message of Ishvara through the Rishis. Rishayaha samsrita vrataha. So all the Rishis have taken up a vow to spread knowledge, to beget knowledge, to get the knowledge revealed to them by virtue of their own sadhana, the sampatti that they have afforded. Therefore, and Rishayaha Kshenakalmashaha. And it is said that generally all rishis have got have surmounted many doshas in them, and otherwise they cannot get. So it is said that Kochidapicha Punyena Bhavati. See, the Upanishadic knowledge, wisdomful knowledge, comes to people as they are holding the bodies, then only because of their punya. Kathamapicha punyena bhavati anta. How somehow, but we don't know how. Kathamapicha is an interesting thing which Kalidasa has put it, saying that how the punya gets operating in our life is always a mystery, a question mark. But when it comes to the anubhava of us, it is really great. And moreover, it is said that Ishvara will not appear to you Shankachakra Gadadharaha Sakshat Mahavishnu Nakadapi Asmakam Kaliyuge Darshanam Dadati. So he will not appear with Shankachakras as he has appeared to Arjuna in war field, that Vishwarupam, as you noted down in the 11th chapter of Vishwarupa of Bhagavad Gita. It is hard, nobody can get it. But we have the experience and or the other Anubhava, Daiva Asirvada Anubhava, we are able to realize and enjoy. Therefore, we don't expect to see the God, but we will only expect to enjoy the influence and grace of God upon us. So, in order to note down all these things, what we want, we have got doubts, samsayam. So, Atma is always having lot of samsayas. So, in order to get rid of the samsayas, we have I am in a lesson, I will come there afterwards. అయితే వేడి కాఫీ తెస్తాను తర్వాత వస్తాను. So here you observe that prashna and uttaram. Acharya Shankara, we should compliment him that he has prashnottara malikas explained to us, and by our anxiety or curiosity will not stop just by questioning, and we should also get the answers, appropriate answers. Only great gurus do it. So great gurus or maharshis will do it. So as a replica, as a sampling of the same thing, we have got here the Prashna Upanishad, one of the important Upanishads, where 6 rishis go to the Paipalada Maharshi, who is a Brahmarshi and Devarshi, and who has got the direct birth from the grace of the Paramatma, Ishvara, Brahmadeva himself. And in fact, Brahma has chosen this Paipalada Maharshi as one to whom the Atharvaveda be taught. So, and there are rishis who have got that kind of luck. Hello? Sorry. So we have small break and then three. So in this Prashna Upanishad, coming to the subject, we have six rishis. They are by themselves great conversant fellow persons, but they had some doubts regarding the creation, regarding the nature, regarding so many things. So there are only six rishis. Who are they? Sukesha is one, and Sebhya, Satyakama, and Sauryayani, Gargya, and Kausalyaya, Aswalayana, and Bhargavaidarbhi, Kabandha Katyayana. So these are the great rishis. And these rishis have gone to Pippalada Maharshi, or otherwise Pippaladam, Pippalada Maharshi, and then asked questions. Who are these people? Brahmaparaha, Brahmanishtaha, Param Brahmanveshamanaha, te sarve. So, but they are always Brahmapara means they are in favor of knowing more and more about the knowledge, knowing about the Brahma, the Ishvara. And in order to that, they are having not only liking and appreciation and curiosity, but they are also Brahmanishtaha. That is, they are doing a lot of upasana, sadhana, in order to explore the knowledge about Brahma. Brahma is Veda, Brahma is Paramatma, Brahma is great. Whatever supreme knowledge, that's what is called as Brahma. So, simple definition of Brahma is Yavai Brahma, Yavai Bruhatu, Savai Brahma. That which is really high and large and supreme, that is what is called as Brahma. That is superior and superseding all those things. Then, not only that, Brahman Veshamanaha. Let us note that Brahman Veshamanaha means they are trying to search what exactly is Brahma. It is like asking what exactly is Dharma, what exactly is the Karma, what exactly is. So, actually, these are all various concepts in our system whose definition is not final at all. And again, the question arises, what is real yoga? What is the yoga? So people are trying to offer definitions, but still, when we go to a highest person, then we come to note down some important information regarding that. Therefore, we have so many. We have so many uh, questions like that, but we have a select six questions in this Prashnopanishad asked by the rishis. So when these rishis approached, the rishi Pippalada Maharshi is not ready to answer immediately to the questions. So there should be some preparation and ability developed inside to be a receptacle or to receive such great knowledge. So they were asked to go and observe the upasana for 1 year, and after 1 year, they are advised to come and ask. So they did like that. Then first Kabandhakatsyayana comes to the Rishi Pippalada and he puts a question in the first chapter of the Prashnopanishad. What is that question he put? Bhagavan kutaha va ima prajaha prajayanta. Why constantly there is the flow of people? There is no stoppage of the people, the creation of the people in the world. Constantly you observe there are people, and therefore, what is the reason for that? Then Brahmadeva, the Rishi, keeps on explaining in a length of 16 mantras or 16 passages. Ultimately, he says that Tadyahavai Tatu, I'm just reading the 15th one, because we have already covered this particular first section, first question and answer. We don't want to repeat that, but still the answer ultimately could be Prajapati Vratam Charanti ते मिथुनमुत्पादयन्ते तेषामेव एष ब्रह्मलोकः येषां तपः ब्रह्मचर्यं येषु सत्यं प्रतिष्ठितं तेषामसौ विरजो ब्रह्मलोको न येषु जिह्वमनुतं न माया चेति. Because the Prajapati is fond of continuing the creation constantly. Because Prajakamo vai Prajapati, that is the formula. The formula is that the Prajapati is fond of creating. Rather, step. Creativity cannot be stopped. And that is one thing. And ultimately, when people are being created, there are, see, there are ahoratras are there, masas are there, and sampadas are there. All these details are there in the first question, which we can revise when we go through all these things. And again, after that, the particular Rishi was satisfied. And next, Vaidarbha, then Vaidarbha, he comes to the Rishi and asks, this is the question, Bhagavan, Katyesha devaha prajaha vidharayante katara etat prakasyante kaha punaresha varishtaha. This is also a good question. When in general, in creation, when people are all produced or generated, why there is kind of main division among the people? So main division among the people is two, devaha, manushyaha. So gods and manushyaha are people, and manushya's are mortals, and devas are immortals. So mortal and immortal division is being created. Why that division is there? And though maybe they are mortal and immortal, even among these gods and men, who are those who shine forth, who become very much famous, whose name is constantly remembered. That's exactly what is called as prakasayante. One. Second thing is, and yesham varishtaha, who become the sreshta. आशिष्टो वरिष्ठो दृढिष्ठः तस्यैवं पृथिवी सर्वा वित्तस्य पूर्णा स्यात् is Taittiriya Upanishad. So if at all you want to have a clear benefit, reap benefit from earth clearly, then one has to have these three qualities: Asishtaha, Varishtaha, and Yavishtaha. So this Taha tells you the superlative. So one must have the anxiety to learn, and one must be able to comprehend it and absorb it, and he should be able to impart that knowledge to others. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೇನೆ ಆವಾಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಸಹೋವಾಚ ಆಕಾಶೋ ಹವ ಏಷ ದೇವೋ ವಾಯು ಅಗ್ನಿ ಆಪಃ ಪೃಥಿವೀ ವಾಕ್ ಮನಃ ಚಕ್ಷುಃ ಶ್ರೋತ್ರಂ ಚ ते प्रकाश्य अभिवदन्ति वयमेतत् अवष्टभ्य बाणम् अवष्टभ्य विधारयामः. तान् वरिष्ठः प्राण उवाच मा मोहम् आपद्यथ अहमेवैतत् panchadha atmanam pravijya edad bhanamavastabhya vidharayami iti te asraddhadhana babhuvu. So it is being pointed out by the Pippalada Maharshi. Aya, the Akasha is simply immeasurable with Akasha Sariram Brahma is again Taittiriya Upanishad. So the Upanishad knowledge keep repeating here and there, but with different mode. And here the Bapparada Maharshi says, Akaso Hava Devaha. All gods are as expansive as the sky. Not like that also, when you come to the man or manavas, they have the factors in them, namely Vaku, Manaha, Chakshu, Srotra. Speech, mind, eye, and Srotra. That's why you make a prayer, Apyayantu mamangani Vak Pranas Chakshu Srotram. So you observe Vak, Manaha, Chakshu, Srotram. These are the important things. And the same 4 points are being again explained in this Prashnopanishad concerned to the human beings. That is the speech, the mind, the eye, and ear. The speech to express, mind to conceive, eye to visualize, Srotra to listen. So if these 4 factors in humans are there, or even for the gods, then even when you see the descriptions of the gods, they are also they are also connected to these 4 things. And for example, Sivananda Lahari, Saundarya Lahari, and all other stotras, we have reference to these 4 things as being common to all people in the creation. Therefore, here when it is like that, then the pranam, vak, manaha, chakshu, srotram. For all these things, the prana, the jiva is important. So then the varishtha among all these things is the prana, and that prana told that I am very much important. I only divide into prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, 5 divisions, and I stay in all beings, and therefore I am good. Then the description goes, but nobody cared the importance of the pranam. And pranam teaches to all the entire people that if pranam were to get out, then that is the Chaitanya Shakti. The prana Shakti were to get out, then it becomes nirjiva. So jiva is prana. In fact, in Vishnu Sahasranamam, we have got the complement. So prana bhrut, Vaikuntha, prana bhrut, and Padmanabha, and Purushaha, Pranaha. Like that, we have so many names to Mahavishnu, and ultimately, he is the very Murti Srupam of the Pranam. And it goes on and on and on. So ultimately, it is realized by all that the prana is Indra because of this. So it has been identified in the 8th sloka that Devanamasi Vannitamaha Pitrunam Prathamo Swadha Rishinam Charitam Satyam Atharvangirasam Iti. And again, I just read the 9, 10, 11 so that we'll get the conclusion of the answer for the second question regarding the division among the people. So, see, Pinde, Kalidasa says, Pinde, Pinde, Matir Bhinna. So, Pinda is the people. So in everybody there is a difference in thinking, in thought process. So only great minds think alike, but otherwise people are always having different. If there are 10 people, there are upon some issue, there will be 10 opinions, but it is very hard to go at the real opinion. Anyway, so here ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾತೆ ಯಾತೆ ತನೂಹು ವಾಚಿ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತ ಯಾ ಶ್ರೋತ್ರೇ ಯಾ ಚ ಚಕ್ಷುಷಿ ಯಾ ಚ ಮನಸ್ಸಂತತ ಶಿವಾತಾಂ ಕುರು ಮೇ ಮೋತ್ಕ್ರಮೀ. Ultimately, there is a prayer given to Paramatma. Aya, see, whatever vak, whatever srotram, whatever eye, whatever mind, all that be present in the man or in God, let that be Shivam Kuru. Make that quite pleasant, happy. This exactly is being marked in Mahanyasa also. We have got what we call as Shiva Sankalpas. Mind is exposed to two things, Sankalpa Vikalpa Abhyam and Gamana Gamana Sila Manahanta. The mind is always having thought process. Where sometimes thoughts come, they get cancelled. And again, the mind will have movement, and sometimes the mind remains steady. So this is the nature. Gamana Gamana Silam Manaha. It goes, come back. So that kind of oscillation is there for mind. And similarly to our eye, because all these subjects are exposed to the change. And what is change? Kala. What do you mean by the word kala? Kalaya tasmai namaha andre. The change is the mark of everybody, and everybody has got to. So, what is the change that we go through because of the time pass? One, we have got this balya, kaumara, and vruddha yavvanam, and vruddhapyam. So there are 4 stages that everybody goes through that. Therefore, it is said all these changes do happen only because of the pranam, only because of the jiva. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜೀವ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಆ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಣಶಕ್ತಿ, ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆದ್ದರಿಂದಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಣ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ in the final sloka, 13th one of the second chapter, we have also noted earlier in detail all these slokas. Because we started long back, I don't want to resume once again the repetition of the explanations. Now, in the last one, it says, Pranasya idam vase sarvam tridivam pratishthitam. So, all people in all the 3 lokas are under the control of pranasya vase, under the control of the prana. That's why even Purusha of Rigveda also, you get Tasya Devaha Asanvase. So, and again, the Paramatma remains, the prana remains supreme. But the prana only takes the manifestations and changes, and therefore you observe everything is pranam. So that's why we have one specialized Upanishads in Sukla Veda, which talked about so many sacrifices, the formulas and details of all of that. And ultimately it merges into the philosophical stream, saying Isavasyamidam Jagatu Yatkinchit Jagatyam. So whatever is there in the world is always Ishvara's manifestation. And tasmat ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ತ್ಯಕ್ತ್ವಾ ಭುಂಜೀತ ಈಶಾವಾಸ್ಯಮಿದಂ ಸರ್ವಂ ಯತ್ಕಿಂಚಿತ್ ಜಗತ್ಯಾಂ ಜಗತ್ತು ತೇನ ತ್ಯಕ್ತೇನ ಭುಂಜೀತಾಃ ಮಾ ಘೃತಃ ಕಸ್ಯಚಿತ್ ಧನಂ. So, grudha is trying to grab, If it comes to you, okay, but don't grab others' property or wealth and all those things. So that's why he said everything is Ishvara, everything is Pranashakti, everything is that, and that Pranam activity, Chaitanyatvam, is very much common in all the three words. ಸೊ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೂ ಯಾವ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೂ the swabhavaha pravartate. Therefore, conclusion by the as an answer to the question by that why at all people are divided, no doubt people divided, but even for this division among the people, there is the common norm. What is the common norm or the principle or discipline is pranam, and everything is under that. And how it is like Mateva Putran Rakshasva. Mata iva Srihi Pragnam cha Vidhehi Nahayate. So mother is supreme and there is no replacement for the motherly love, motherly protection and motherly care. Therefore, ultimately what you understand is Mata Putran Iva. So, like the mother who will take care of her children, and what is the care that the mother could extend to the children? One, Rakshana. Two, Sampada, education. Prajna, wisdom, awareness, and these are all important. So, as long as you are protected, as long as you are blessed with riches, as long as you are blessed with prajna, you are comfortable, and all these things will come to people only due to Ammavaru. Suya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. In Durga Sapsati, that Markandeya Maharshi has already marked out by saying Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrupena Samsthita Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha. And again it is said Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu. So Srotra Rupena Samsthita or Prana Chaitanya Rupena Samsthita. So Chaitanyam Sarva Vidyanam. We have got this kind of single force, Ekayid Deva, who controls or under whose control we are all there. That's why pranasya idam vasevasam. So ಆ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ಈಶ್ವರ ಒಬ್ಬನಿದ್ದಾನೆ. He is only trying to divide people. Even when he is able to divide, he is able to give protection to the people. He is able to give the other sensory powers so that ultimately they can rise high with the help of the prajna. So prajnavan labhate gnanam, shraddhavan labhate gnanam. Anybody who has got that great prajna, he will be able to get it. So whatever we have covered and we are able to uh, fill up the gap today with this kind of description, and we have got to do the four more questions, the third, fourth and fifth and sixth. So Prashnopanishad has got 6 questions. And now the third Rishi, in Tritiya Prashna, the third Rishi comes and then puts forth his question. And for that also, the Pippala the Maharshi, so he is able to answer, and I think it is really approvable, and it's a real answer for all that questions put forth by them. See, it is not only the question by the rishis, respectively, whoever put forth before Pippalada, all those questions are common to all people in the world. Because any and everywhere you go, anytime, you see large number of people. Whether you climb the mountain or whether you go in the forest or you go into cities, everywhere same. I remember one of my friends coming from Thailand, a Thailand monk by name. So he's a monk, Buddhist monk. He used to say, I don't want to go all places in the world. Everywhere the same. The same is there in all places. And so that's why the same nature, same Panchabhutas, everything is there the same. Anyway, like that, that Paramatma is only the unique distinguishing factor, while the nature, while the atmosphere, while the environment, everything is being and is there, but under the control of Paramatma. So you observe. Now the third question is, I'm reading the first question, first mantra, or the third question. Atahi enam kausalya आश्वलायनः पप्रच्छ भगवन् कुत एष प्राणो जायते कथमायाति अस्मिन् शरीरे आत्मानं वा प्रविविज्य कथं प्रतिष्ठते केन उत्क्रमते कथं बाह्यम् अभिधत्ते कथम् अध्यात्मम् इति. Very beautiful questions. And you find these answers for these questions in many other Upanishads also. So now let us know that. Atha Kausalya Ashwalayana asks, Yesha Pranaha Katham Bhagavan Kuta Jayate. Why at all the prana is reborn? No doubt Paramatma is there. But why do Paramatma be born again in various forms? In the form of trees, in the form of forests, mountains, rivers, animals, birds, humans, and again humans being divided into Rakshasas and so on. So all these kind of division, why? Kutaha. And all that is only prana, Paramatma only. So ajayamano bahudha vijayate. That formula of the Upanishad, Purushsuktam of Rigveda is being dilated here in this manner. And again, okay, the pranam is born. How does pranam enter into a sarira? Or how at all the sarira is being manufactured, designed and produced? So sarira, what is sarira? Siriyata iti sariram. Anybody who holds the body cannot hold the body for long. Day by day, according to the time schedule, time pass, there are changes in the body. What are the changes that everybody experiences? ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ಜಾಯತೆ ಪರಿಣಮತೆ ವರ್ಧತೆ ಮ್ರಿಯತೆ ಚ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? People are born, they just undergo change and they become bigger, vardhate, and ultimately mriyate cha, disappears. So in Telugu also we have got a saying, peruguta virugata korake. So, and then if at all you have grown high, at one time it will break down. Therefore, here the prana is there. But what is the process or secret by which the prana enters the Sarira? So we have got the test tube babies. Anybody can prepare a baby similar to the baby, and with some electronic gimmick, he can make the baby talking babies, talking doll. So at one time they used to make sell dolls which used to talk. There is some recording done. So, but there is no pranam. There is no that baby that the manufacturer cannot do all those things. You may do robos, but robo is different, and it is also dependent. That's why it is said how at all it enters into the body. And even when there is a body, there is two things in the body. One is the body, and another is the soul. See, Atmanamba Pravidya. So, how at all the body, Sarira, is divided into Atma, and Atma has got two meanings. One is the body, and the other is the Vira. Atmanam Vivajya. And okay, the body has come into being, it is active, it is live. Then, how at all it is, why the body dies, how the prana gets out from the body, and the Utkramana, see, it is easy to live for people, but it is very hard for people to die. Death is not what in our hand. Even if people commit suicide, they will be failure. And when they are failure, it becomes a suicidal case, and it is a big problem. Therefore, suicide, Atmahanana, is very bad, very bad. Ye Atmahano Janaha. Then already there is a talk about Atmahana Janas in Gita, and elsewhere we have the discussion all these things. And ultimately, and how at all you know about the Bahyam Avidatte, Adhyatmanam Avidatte. How are you able to hold on the, the life, external and internal? We say whenever we make a prayer, when start some religious program, then we say Apavitraha Pavitro Va Sarvavasthangato Viva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Saha Bahihi Abhyantarataha Suchihi. Bahi is out, outside our body, environment, etc. And Antaha is inside. Although, see, in Mahanyasa, we always make a prayer even to the Ishvara, who has taken seat in our own self inside. Antastishtatu amrutasya gopa. The Amrita Gopa, Ishvara, has to get settled down inside our body, that we are able to proceed with the with the Rudra or Puja and all that. So Mahanyasa Purva Rudrabhisheka, when you do it, you observe that there is that kind of prana shakti being instilled inside us, and Paramatma is very much happy that he is able to have all those things. So this is the question, and in the third section, we are going to have the beautiful answer for a long time, and there are more than 12 slokas or 12 mantras and answer for that. Therefore, again, the issue of the existence and operative power of Paramatma, any question asked going as a part of answer. So this part we'll just try to answer in the next session, which we meet next Friday. Meanwhile, we stop here. Om Swasti. Sarvam Sri Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryangkaravavahi Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu Mavidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravinda Arpanamastu. Om Tat Satu.